Okay, so motivated reasoning. Sometimes the way we interpret our own experiences is influenced by what we desire or what we want. And we all have conscious and unconscious preferences for certain beliefs and interpretations over others. And so this is what motivated reasoning is. We interpret certain information based on certain goals and satisfying our own needs. And our own reasoning processes are influenced by our past experiences, our beliefs, our desires, our motivations. And so a general example of this could be a smoker focusing on information that supports the idea that smoking isn't as harmful as pretty much science proves. And this is lessening his own cognitive dissonance. And as like a relational example, in a relationship, this explains why maybe friends or observers to a relationship can evaluate that relationship more realistically or more logically than those who are involved in the relationship. And it's because they don't have attachment. They're not investing their time and their effort into that relationship, so they can see things more logically. So in relationships, people tend to have an enhancement motive. And what that means is that you want to believe that your partner is the perfect partner and that your relationship is successful and the time, the effort, the energy that you're putting into your relationship is justified. So that motive leads to enhancement bias, which means kind of processing information that supports and strengthens your desired positive belief in the success of your relationship. So in this study, the participants were couples that were dating or married, and they were asked to rate themselves, their ideal partner, and their actual partner. And the results showed that people do have a tendency to kind of idealize their partner and put them on a pedestal, and they are going to rate them better than they rate themselves. And this demonstrates enhancement motive because you're wanting to believe that your relationship is fulfilling and successful.
In a study with McDonald and Ross, it was actually found that partners idealized one another so much that they were quite optimistic, in fact, too optimistic about their relationship, and that when researchers asked friends and family and general observers of the relationship, they were actually more accurate with how long the relationship would last, but less optimistic about that. So theoretically, this shows that enhancement bias can be very powerful and cloud judgment. In the first study that we looked at a couple slides ago, there was some question as to whether couples just rated their partner better than themselves to be humble. So those same researchers went back and asked friends to also rate each partner in the couple, but each partner ended up rating one another better than their friends did and better than they rated themselves. So that goes to show that when in a relationship, each partner thinks of one another as being the best, and they think of each partner as better than their friends will think of that partner. In the next slide, we have a media example showing this. One character is dating another character's ex, and despite the fact that they are broken up, the idea in the movie is they're supposed to be together. And the couple, or the guy dating the ex-girlfriend, hates her, even though the guy who's like quote unquote supposed to be with her really loves her. So we'll see that now.
Right, yeah. I'm off back to England, mate.
Oh, you and Sarah going to England?
No, I'm just going alone.
Yeah. Did you guys have a fight or something?
Yeah, it was really... How you served 5 years under her, I don't know. You deserve a medal or a holiday or at least a cuddle from somebody.
You were only here for a week.
Well, I don't know. For me, like 1 week of it was like sort of... It's like going on holiday with... I don't know. I wouldn't say...
So the first study on the screen here asked college students to talk about their relationships, and those who had been exposed to the idea that college relationships don't last actually felt that their relationships were stronger than others. And then the other study here just showed that people are affected by the enhancement bias because in order to be in a relationship, you have to put in time, effort, and you take some risks. And the enhancement bias sort of happens because people want to feel that that time and effort and those risks are all worth it. So therefore, they want to see their partner as ideal. In conclusion, motivated reasoning affects a lot, including relationships. And if you want your relationship to last, then you'll be motivated to believe that it will. And that is what we call the enhancement motive or the enhancement bias.